Alrighty, this is a battle against Pwn3dchoo, I guess is how he wants to pronounce that, of GetMythicCues.com. He sends out Starmery, and I send out Ambipom, so he doesn't want to get faked out, so he switches out to his Scissor. And I switch out Ambipom because I don't want to take like a bullet punch. He expects to switch and he swords dances. Now, obviously, he doesn't want to get hit with like an overheat, so he sends in Gyarados to take the overheat. And Heatran's strong Pokemon, so that still does a decent amount of damage. And I noticed he doesn't have leftovers here. So he Dragon Dances with his Gyarados. And he doesn't want me to Thunderbolt him, so he switches out to Torterra. I Thunderbolt him, it doesn't affect Torterra. So I switch out to my Gyarados, figuring that's the best Pokemon I have. That'll take whatever he's going to do. But he switches out Gyarados into Tyranitar. And he switches into Skarmory. I Dragon Dance. I didn't think he'd be able to kill me on the first turn. I mean, Stone Edge would be powerful, but I do have a fairly defensive Gyarados here, so I thought I'd be alright. And this part gets a little ridiculous, because I Waterfall. I figured he's going to roar me now, but I figured I'd do something, before he gets the chance to roar me. And he flinches, which I was thinking, alright, lucky me. Recovers a little from leftovers. I Waterfall again. And does a little bit of damage, and he flinches again, which at that point, I almost feel like I'm cheating or something. I have no control over it, but I was just like, wow. I Waterfall, and he flinches again, which is just ridiculous. I've never seen anyone flinch 3 times in a row from Waterfall. I don't know what happened there, but he switches out Skarmory. I figured I'd be able to kill Skarmory with an Ice Fang, or just, I don't know, not, want to do Waterfall again in case he did switch out. And Ice Fang doesn't do that much to Starmie. So I switch out to Celebi because I figure he's going to Thunderbolt. And Celebi takes it very well. And so I don't think he wants to keep his Starmie in here. So he switches out to Torterra, and I Calm Mind. So that's good for me. I Grass Knot the Torterra, figuring it'll do neutral damage, and hopefully pretty decent at that. And it does a lot. He Leech Seeds. I guess he forgot that grass Pokemon can't get Leech Seeded. So that was probably his mistake. And he doesn't want to get Grass Knotted again. So he switches out to Scissor, which takes the Grass Knot. And it doesn't do anything to the Scissor. And now, my biggest fear here, I think, was getting Pursuited. And I Baton Pass to Heatran. He X Scissors, so it doesn't do anything. It would have done a lot to my Celebi, but I didn't keep it in there. And so now my Heatran has a Calm Mind on it, and it uses Overheat, which does a lot of damage. I mean, even to a water Pokemon like Gyarados, does a lot of damage. His Lychee Berry raises his attack, but he gets buffed by the Sandstorm. So kind of regardless who would have died here, I chance it with another Overheat, but he would have died from the Sandstorm anyway. Then he sends out Starmie. And I send back to Celebi. He Surfs. And Celebi takes the Surf. And he Thunderbolts. Not sure why he Thunderbolted, but I Grass Knot. So yeah, then I think my major concern at this point is his Scissor. And I recover. I figure he'll try and bullet punch or do something, swords dance, so I figured I'd have time to recover. He superpowers, because I guess he was expecting the switch to heat ran, which didn't happen. So he takes damage from his life orb, and I switch out Celebi to Gyarados, not only lowering his attack from the superpower, but lowering it from Gyarados' Intimidate. So he's still taking damage from the life orb, and he's not really doing that much of anything. So I figure he's going to withdraw, so I Dragon Dance. And now he's back out to Skarmory, which I guess a little unfortunate that I made it flinch so many times. Game would have gone a little differently. But now I can safely pick off Skarmory's HP here. And I do. Kills a Skarmory. He sends in Tyranitar, and I will Waterfall, figuring it'll do a lot of damage, especially with the Dragon Dance. But he does manage to survive, just barely. Enough to Stone Edge me and kill my Gyarados. And he had a Life Orb too, apparently, so he goes down with me. Then I send back an Ambipom, because I figure he's a good lead Pokemon to handle whatever he sends out. I fake him out, and he recovers a little from leftovers, but then I U-turn for the finishing blow. And I know he's still got that Scissor left, and I'm trying to think what else he has. Just that Scissor? So I send out to Heatran, and I finish this thing off. And it was a good game. So, I mean, it was fun.